How's it going, everyone? I'm back with another video. This is the Matchmaking and Champion Select Fall 2022. I kind of skimmed over it a little bit and, thought it was pretty interesting, but just to get an idea of it before I kind of get into the video. But yeah, let's get right into it a little bit more. So it's been a while since we've talked about some of our around game systems, so let's get into it. To get some context, internally we're called the Game Loop team, and we're responsible for all the around game things that contribute to and affect your experience in the game, like matchmaking, champion select, and the various Summoner's Rift Q types you use to select the type. Hold on, I completely butchered that. And the various Summoner's Rift Q types you use to select the type of play you want. Overall, what we want to do is set you up with fair matches, and then after you hit the accept button, give you the tools that let you prepare yourself and your team for in-game success. Recent updates. First, let's get into updates on some of the things we talked about last time. Revival MMR, updates to calibrating the skill of players just getting back into the game, rolled out in 12.16. I actually did not even know that. To normal queues, since then we've seen a jump in returning player first game win rates from 44.5% to 48. Okay. Close to like a 4% increase, reaching 50% by game 10. Oh, game 10. Oh, damn. That's actually not bad. Solo only mode, we're not currently planning. I remember that. We're not currently planning to separate solo and duo parties and ranked. While we still believe in the logic for why this could be a good idea, we first need to make sure that duo players have another place for compelling competitive experience. FluxQ doesn't currently meet that bar. Originally when I heard about solo only mode, I was kind of taken aback a little bit, but to be honest, I thought it was actually a good idea after I kind of thought about it. But yeah, I guess for the whole duo thing, I was just kind of thinking, yeah, duos could just go into flex, but I guess that could just not be a good idea either. Reevaluating our Summoner's Rift Q portfolio. Related to the above bullet, this is something we're interested in digging into going into next year. Specifically, we think there's a lot of untapped potential in the specs or spaces blind pick and normal draft are serving, which, by the way, a big proportion of people queue up for today. Not everyone plays ranked. In a similar vein, we've been able to tackle some other new work that's shipped recently. Okay, role parody matchmaking improvements. We made changes to matchmaking to put additional emphasis on matching players by position, preference, and rank slash solo slash dual. In other words, trying to match primaries against primaries, secondaries against secondaries, and autofills against autofills. These changes have been quite successful, increasing the total number of games with role parity by around 15 to 30%, depending on the region. Okay. In other words, you're less likely to be playing secondary top against the 800 game Riven main. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Actually, I didn't even know that was a thing. I always thought you would actually have a chance to go up against like someone who would like main top. A side effect of using visible rank to define fair matchmaking is that after the this is rank based matchmaking just to define fair matchmaking is that after the initial ranked rush in January, returning players, late season starters, and Smurfs end up matched together frequently. This is because they all have significantly mismatched MMR and visible rank, whereas everyone else has already stabilized in 12.17. We made tweaks to ranked matchmaking to more quickly accept differences based on visual rank. Okay. Now the more fun stuff. Alright. We're exploring several updates to Champion Select functionality that we think will upgrade the experience in ways that haven't been touched in a while. Optimistically, we'll be getting these out by the end of the year. Champion Select Anonymity. Today, a lot of players use external websites and third party apps. I am one of them that provide all sorts of information about their teammates. I don't really actually use it for the teammate information. I kind of just do it because I'm very lazy on importing my runes. But with this information, players are drawing conclusions that aren't necessarily correct and pursuing or pressuring their teammates into things that they might not want to do, like picking the exact same champion every game because it's the highest win rate or most played. We think the best version of League is not one where you metagame based on players in your lobby, weigh who's on a win or lose streak or playing a different champion, and dodge or pressure others to dodge when your setup doesn't meet perfect conditions. We're still thinking about details of implementation here, but our starting point is likely to be hiding all summoner names and champion select. Oh damn! For a ranked solo slash duo. To expand on this point, we recognize that there are legitimate reasons that someone might need to dodge a lobby, but there are also a lot that aren't done in good faith. We want to impact the motivations behind why dodging occurs to reduce the frequency in a natural way. Pick order swapping. This is a commonly requested feature that we already see in Wild Rift today. You have to go through extensive discussion in chat to effectively swap your pick order. Can I pick for you? Do you have my champion? Do I have your champion? There are a lot of ways this can break down in one way or another. This is assuming that everyone in the lobby even speaks the same language. By letting teams swap pick order with the press of a button, we hope to streamline the process of crafting your draft to be successful. Okay, so if someone who is going to, like, for me, I pretty much pick the same champion when I play jungle regardless, so that would actually work out for me. I could just do first pick order because me doing last pick wouldn't really be worth it if I'm just gonna pick the same champion. Yeah, I'm a one trick pony. Not a good one though. Loadout recommender. Oh damn, this would actually be pretty nice. If it's like reliable though. With like the patches and changing it every like every like few weeks or so. This I hope they end up changing this a little, or maybe they go based on like the most. They should have like data based on like the most used runes. But loader recommender, like we provide item recommendations in the game, we want to provide rune summoner spell recommendations. During champs like this should help narrow the gap between players who are comfortable with the rune summoner spell system and those who aren't. We want to reduce barriers to entry and ensure players have the best possible experience with the rune system when initially ramping up on the game. Additionally, this should be helpful for more veteran players who might currently go to external websites or apps to learn what to take on a champion they're not familiar with. That's it for now, given some recent recent reorganization. Oh, we did it? And sharper focus, we're optimistic about being able to move more quickly in these spaces than we have in the past and are continuing to evaluate new opportunities and some big bets for next year. Overall, I think it's pretty good. I think the changes are overall like positive. I think the champion select anonymity will actually be pretty good, but I I also kind of like using the third party apps to see if I don't know. It's probably not good, but I mean, like, you look at someone's like account and you see they've like played like Teemo top 30 games and they've lost all games and decide to go again and they have a 0% win rate, and it's just like, maybe I should kind of dodge this. And but I can also see the point where they're coming from. You never know what. I actually, okay, if it's 30 games and they've lost all 30 games, they most likely are running it down. But I don't know. I think it's a good and a bad for the anonymity, but we'll see how it goes. Pick order swapping is actually pretty good. I think that's one thing I could probably like the most because I always wish I was first pick. So that helps out for me. And I think that could actually help out a lot in ranked as well. Just like, because usually you would make like the ADC or the mid laner maybe go pick last, and that way you can actually just kind of do that without even having to type. And it would work out like, let's say, since I prefer to go first pick because I'm usually like last pick, which I feel like they kind of do that stuff intentionally. And let's say like it's the ADC or mid laner that happens to be first, we could just easily swap like that. And yeah, no, I think this is actually probably my favorite, the loadout recommender. not the loadout recommender, the anonym. What? The pick order swapping. Loadout recommender would actually help me out a lot whenever I don't know if like is it like the same thing as the third party apps? Because if it's the same thing as the third party apps, then it's probably done. But like, I feel like the certain third party apps have like better information sometimes, even when it comes to like what was it that they did? Like even like item loadouts. Usually, the third party websites usually end up having the more recent and better information for like what items to go to. I think initially it might be good, but unless they have like a way for it to change for that current meta, then it'd work out. But I'm gonna have a little bit of doubt and say that's probably not going to be the case. I think eventually this recommendation is going to be outdated, kind of similar to certain item choices. But again, we'll just all have to see how it works. So overall, I'm pretty positive about this matchmaking champion select thing that's going on. In the upcoming changes, I'm pretty sure this will probably be for like, I know it says fall 2022, but I think it'll probably come out like next year. I'm assuming, unless this is actually. I haven't checked the patch notes. It's been a while, but yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.